Methylation as we age. Why this topic? Because as we age, methylation becomes an important feature in the aging phenomenon, whether it's accelerated or delayed, and how well our health span progresses. So methylation is one of these central features that we can mitigate with nutrition in the aging process. Let me give you an example. So we have a DNA helix here. This is my little model of DNA. These little white tabs represent how our cells methylate. So these white tabs are methyl groups that methylate genes in our DNA. And these genes then are controlled by these what we call switches. And this is an epigenetic phenomenon. Well, as we age, we lose or move these methylation groups around our DNA, which switches the way our genes turn on and off, like a light switch. And as we do that inappropriately, what we find is we're now not triggering these switches when we need them as we age and as we want to improve our health. What in fact we're doing is accelerating the damage, the misinterpretation of our genes. Therefore, the aging process becomes a bigger and bigger problem because methylation and the underlying gene regulation, what we call epigenetics, controls our health. Therefore, we want to focus on how we improve our methylation patterns. And that's done through a variety of nutrients, and you've maybe heard of the methylation pathway. And there's also the folate pathway, and these in combination can be essentially supported by things like methyl tetrahydrofolate, methyl B12, this is a cobalamin, vitamin B6, or otherwise known as pyridoxine 5-phosphate, riboflavin, magnesium, zinc, and the list goes on. So it's not a simple story, but truly the actions that we can take are quite simple to improve our methylation, because we get what's called genetic drift or methylation drift or what we call epigenetic drift. And each one of these means that as we remove and rearrange these methylation groups, they are all associated with aging phenomenon, meaning that as you look at the methylation patterns in elderly, they're much reduced compared to the methylation patterns in young people. And there's a number of twin studies that really support this evidence and this data. So methylation is central to our health. Keep that in mind as you look at ways to improve your methylation pathways. It's going to help you today as well as in the future. Thanks.